Welcome ladies and gentlemen to another casted game for Crossfire Legion, and today we've got a great 3v3 for you guys. Today we have got Japanox in the northeast of the map playing as the Global Risk. In the center north of the map we've got Oops playing as the New Horizon faction, and in the opposite area of the map, the south, we've got Nyai playing as the Blacklist. Now these are three players that are on one team, and the other three players, one of them is spawning here in the middle on the right hand side here. I don't know how to say this name, so we're just going to have to say the New Horizon player playing on the right. And on the left of the map, the center, we've got Relay playing as Blacklist, and in the southwest we've got 0-1 playing as the New Horizon. So it'll be interesting to see how this game pans out. I've seen a lot of these games so far. In particular, I've seen Nyai play quite well. Plays a lot of Blacklist and tends to go for a double barracks opening, so it'll be very interesting to see whether anything changes in this 3v3 game mode. Now he did send a worker forward, so he's got a bit of a proxy base there. He's got one barracks, he's got two Blacklist supply caches, which basically increase the population, and maybe, I mean, it'd be interesting if they'd done the scouting, because Nyai is kind of caught out, sandwiched in between three enemies, but the same could be said for this New Horizon player. So we've got the players here. If you look at the minimap, the north, the northeast and the south are on one team, and they've got the east, the west and the southwest on one team. Okay, 0-1 is going down for an R&D lab first, so it's going to be looking to upgrade his or hers kind of inventory, I suspect, as an inventory opening. And we do see some vampires here from the New Horizon player on the east, looking to just defend this opening, because that can be a very big focus of fire. In fact, actually looks like that's the only area that can be attacked for this New Horizon player. We do see some activity here. What do we see? We see vampires here coming forward. These are from 0-1 coming to take out the proxy base of Nyai. Was Nyai a bit too aggressive for this? Possibly so, because this is going to get pushed back, and there's not much that Nyai can do about it. He's going to lose the barracks. That's quite a lot of resources he's lost already. He's going to replace that barracks, it seems, with a barracks back at home, or a workshop actually going down, and a barracks. So looking to get some vehicles as well onto the battlefield. Some early aggression. I have to say, whenever Nyai plays, there's always early aggression when this guy plays. So we're in for a humdinger of a battle, and it looks like there's a 2v1 here. We do have the Bulldogs here from Relay again. Relay and 0-1 here double teaming Nyai. Nyai's going to need some help. He's sandwiched in between, and he's going to be facing a lot of early aggression. Doesn't have anything queued up but yet, just his seams. We can't see the actual queue, to be fair, on the production queue. He's going to lose a couple of workers here. A null field going down from 0-1, and a ghost core coming down for Relay. I mean, talk about aggressiveness. And a ghost core coming down for Nyai. This is huge amounts of aggression here for Nyai, and he's going to have to try and protect this. I wonder whether we see some reinforcements coming in. We do see some. Oh wow, we just saw the dash ability there for the vampires to cut off the units from the troopers. The troopers aren't firing. Japanox's troopers aren't firing, and he's just lost a couple there for absolute free. And we see the vampires here from Oops coming forward, just passing, you know. Misses out on this battle here. Needed to engage there as well. Just trying to send those vampires there to help Nyai, but who's under a lot of pressure here. But Oops has come here on the right to pile on some pressure as well. So it looks as though Nyai is catching a bit of a break. Right, so we see a bit of a pushback there. We do see that, well, we see a bit of an attack here, and on my way, flare up there. We see Oops engaging there quite heavily there with the New Horizon player on the right. Quite a lot of 0-1 sentry turrets there. So we've got 0-1 there. We've got Relay there on the east, on the west rather. We've got Oops on there on the north. Just helped his teammate there, Nyai. So Oops sending in the vampires to really stabilize things for Nyai. Definitely much appreciated for Nyai, I'm sure. And again, we see a bit of an engagement here for the two New Horizon players. A couple of free hits there. Yeah, it's very difficult to follow in a 3v3, I must say. The map is Predator. Just to give you an idea of the map that we're playing, but a lot of defensive structures here from 0-1, offering a lot of protection for his own base here on the southwest, as well as Relay's base there on the west. So this is a good foothold here. Looks like Relay has not given up. Sorry, Nyai has not given up on this proxy base idea going forward, and it's just going to try and fight off this area. There's a lot going on, as you can see. Difficult to even tell. Japanox using his rally ability on this area as well, and it's just one massive crazy fight there. There's a bit of a fight, secondary fight going on here as well. So with the lightsaber wielding, they're not actually wielding lightsabers, but the vampires there chasing one after the other. A bit of an engagement here. With a couple of troopers from Japanox there to support. So this is an interesting fight here. I suspect Japanox's team probably should win this, considering it's 2v1. Although having said that, these vampires here from... Wow, okay, I take that back. These vampires must have been upgraded because they look hella strong at the moment and they just took all that out. We do see a New Horizon power node there on the front. That's actually quite an interesting play there. It offers a bit of scouting ability. Just to know what's coming his way before it actually happens. And we just see this battle here, a fire at will ability being used by Japanox on the blacklist supply caches from Niai there as a forward base. Alright, we see a bit of a reduction in activity now. I think both teams are starting to settle down, building more bases, and we see 0-1 here going for another core base. No one's expanding to this northwest, that seems to be empty. No one's contesting that area just yet. Do you see a bit of a push here from the New Horizon player on the east, going towards this base here on the northeast, and only a couple of turrets there, so Japanox is under fire and a lot of pressure. But he does have a couple of Cavalier to fire against this, and that would counter these units, so these units kind of have to back away. It looks like he's not going to back away easily, and he's going to just test the spirits of Japanox before engaging and running away. Niai there building a couple of blacklist watchtowers to defend this position, trying his hardest to hold this position as best as he can to offer some protection, and some rebuilding efforts going on here, and good production of workers. No one's expanding out here to the southeast either. It's a very fast-paced game, I have to say, this Crossfire Legion game. Oops, going for a null field, so this is an interesting ability for those who don't know. The null field ability can bring air units to the ground, I believe. Well, I think that's actually no, sorry, that might be the void ability. Still learning the game. Anyway, we'll skip past that. Don't worry about that. We'll come back to that if we see it. Okay, we see the Cavalier now pouncing with the Lycans from Oops, and we see the radiation zone being put down for Oops on top of the vampires. The vampires can run away though. They can use the fantastic dash ability as well, which is very effective at running away and avoiding fights that they don't want to take. It is kind of split into two though, and these Cavalier are doing great work on the infantry. So Japanox has got a very solid army of troopers and Cavalier. I see Japanox playing a lot of Global Risk, so it looks like his main faction is Global Risk, and is getting a really nice army composition together. Okay, seems to have quietened down now, and it does seem that the only player to have expanded has been 0-1. That is his third core base. This player is a beast. He's got a crazy economy, and he's gone straight for the middle as well. There are a lot of resources here, double materials facilities, and also double fuel. We see a Titan here from 0-1 playing as the New Horizon faction. Now this Titan unit is an absolute beast. It does take 20 population space, but for good reason. You can just see how incredibly strong it is. Madness. It's going to be taking out these units, ground units. Now one thing to know about the Titan is that it doesn't actually have the ability to fight against air units. So you do have to be careful, especially if like a Typhon comes from the enemy New Horizon player, can obviously do a lot of damage. And the Titan does have a couple of abilities, as we see this beautiful, beautiful beast. It has the ground stomp ability, which stuns and damages all nearby enemies on the ground. It has the activate recharge, which quickly regenerates shields at the cost of energy. And it has the blitz ability, which can charge to the target location and push nearby enemies back. Becomes invulnerable for a brief time afterwards, so you can really just charge into their opponents. A bit of a pathfinding issue there, it's a bit slow there, but it's making its way up. Fantastic. It does also have a non-tracking projectile ability where they can fire out projectiles which deals an area of effect damage, but of course it doesn't really have a guidance system, so it's not the most accurate way of doing things, but it's pretty cool if you've got like an enemy with like a mass of units, a massive infantry that you want to take out very quickly, or if they're very stationary targets, you know, the Titan can deal a lot of damage to them. Alright, let's just focus a little bit now on what's going on. We see Japanox here building the Cavalier, and mass of them, going to maybe snipe a lot of workers here, and this New Horizon player is in a lot of damage. No protective turrets or anything, so these workers are all going to go down. And oh wow, we see now Niai coming back from the brink of destruction with dragonflies to come out and take out the core base, the starting core base of 01. 01 does have this massive core base in the middle, but it's going to lose his home core base. And it looks like the core base of the New Horizon player on the right is also going to be under threat. But you know, this match is tightly poised, could go either way. It's fantastic having this Titan. The problem with the Titan is very slow. It does take a lot of population space, so bringing that guy back home is no easy task. But we do see a bit of a fight back here from Relay, supporting his teammate with the Bulldogs to fight off the Japanox Cavaliers. Alright, so just manages to keep that alive, I think. The core base stays alive, and so the New Horizon player on the east is still alive. Now this is the problem with the Titan. The Dragonflies are coming by, they're going to attack the Titan. There's nothing the Titan can do about this apart from run around. It does have a lot of armor, but so second Titan for 01, looking to inflict some damage, but they need an answer to these Dragonflies, otherwise very shortly these Titans are going to die, and they're not cheap. They don't come cheap, and they lose a lot of population space for that. So we'll see how that one pans out. The Dragonflies are just going to be going in. I don't see anyone building any airfields or anything like that just yet. We just only see mostly... oh, Japanox has switched into the Phalanx tank, which is an incredibly strong armoured tank. Does have the ability to double down as where it kind of increases its attack, but has less mobility as an ability, and can really cause some damage. But again, we need something here. Japanox's team needs something here against the Dragonflies here. Niai coming back, going to be sniping this core base for the Blacklist player. And now it looks like 01 is actually down to only one core base? No, two core bases. The secondary one, oh, he was on 4 core bases. Cheeky guy, had a lot of core bases. He looks like he's taking full control of the middle. I think 01 is very experienced, it seems, at this particular map. He understands that actually the materials here are huge in number. To have that middle could be the game changer here. But we do see a good mobility for these Dragonflies from Niai. We see a mass of units now coming forward for Japanox here on the northeast. He's got the Herald, he's got rocket troopers, he's got Cavalier, he's got troopers. Is there anything he doesn't have? So he's going to come forward. He doesn't have any air military. That's one thing he doesn't have. And we do see a couple of troopers here coming, Bulldogs rather, for Relay to support this middle area with the Titans and the Vampires from 01. So it looks like they're focusing to protect the middle. 01 still on 2 core bases. We do see some expansion here now. So Oops, who was playing here on the north, as the New Horizons expanded here on the northwest. No one's expanded here. Oh, we do see Niai expanding here on the southeast now. And 01 is rebuilding his core base, primary core base, it looks like, back at home. There's a fight for the middle now. We see the 2 Titans there. And we do see some Titans now. No, these are all Titans from... Alright, so Oops has got one, and 01 has got one too. Do you see these guys firing a lot? They're really armoured, heavily armoured units. And we see that they're kind of... these tanks here are kind of no match for them, I have to say, the Phalanx. We're going to need more units, that's for sure. But we do see the Titan for Oops there going down to the Titans from 01. And the Titans can really start to push forward alongside these Lycans from 01. We haven't seen too many Lycans. An incredibly strong unit. They can have jump ability with their jetpacks. And we didn't see too much of them. We do see a third, I believe that is the 3rd core base for Oops. So Oops is now expanding quite a lot. And we do see that, I wonder if 01 has expanded. He's still got his secondary core base. The primary one is rebuilding. That's a base from Relay. So yeah, we see some interesting strategies. It looks like actually that the Global Risk Japanox player has just gone for the second core base now on the map, and yeah, fantastic game so far. It's very difficult to follow, I have to say, with 3v3, but a fascinating game. We can see actually that really the team here really wants to keep control of the middle, but we do see Niai putting some pressure with the dragonflies, and again, it's an interesting scenario where there's not much anti-air units around. Do see some sentry turrets here from 0-1, but I believe the sentry turrets can deal damage. There are two types of turrets. Looks like the sentry turrets will be dealing damage to the air ground, but I might be mistaken there. Still early in the game, as you guys know. But yeah, most of the attack is focused around here. We see some Pegasus from Oops, so this can deal some damage to the Titans from 0-1. As we said, the Titans can't fire in the air at all, so they're going to be under a lot of threat from the Pegasus. A lot of Pegasus coming in for Oops, so it looks like that's what the unit is of choice for Oops, and he does have the Cyclops to back this up as well. This is a very strong push for the middle actually coming forward, and we see the Dragonflies from Niai coming in from the south as well to put pressure. It looks like actually 0-1 might be very much at risk of losing his base in the middle. He hasn't farmed a lot of resources though, it has to be said. It's just a shame these Titans take so much population space and they're quite slow to train, so it's very difficult to replenish the army once they're lost. That is actually one of the benefits of playing as the Global Risk faction. They are known to be able to replenish their units very, very fast. We don't see much army from Japanox here just yet. We'll see if he gets in on the action anytime soon. Alright, we see a bit of a push here now from Relay to these units here. I wonder whether... yeah, he's got a couple of units that can fire against the Pegasus from Oops, but I wonder how far this push can go. And he does have a Chameleon behind this, which is an incredibly strong unit for the Blacklist faction. And he is actually making a strong push now for this base here on the sort of west of the map. Oops. He's struggling a little bit with this fight. He's being pushed back, that's for sure. And we don't see that much. I wonder where the Dragonflies have gone for. Yeah, here they are. So these guys are pushing as well a little bit. Do you see a couple of phalanx and troopers going back for Japanox just to consolidate his base, worried about being attacked, I suspect. And we see the core base going down for Oops, a strong pushback here for Relay's team, and he's going to take care of this base easily. But we do see Japanox now going forward with 3 phalanx, pushing on the right here, looking to deal some damage against the New Horizon player who's playing here on the east. He does still have 2 core bases, so he's doing pretty well with the production of workers and the economy, but we do see now a strong push here with Bulldogs and a Chameleon supported by Lycan from 0-1. They're going to push. Looks like Oops is under a lot of pressure. He's going to lose this core base for sure, I would have thought. Well, this is an aerodrome, sorry, but this core base is going to be going next. Has got a Typhon though. We finally see the Typhon from the New Horizon player. Typhon, which is a large airborne drone platform. Slow to move, but it can bombard groups of enemy targets, so it's a very good unit to have here. You can see probably doing a lot of damage on these Bulldogs for Relay, but Bulldog does seem to have the special ability to kind of basically keep his units hidden, and so I don't think that Typhon could attack them. And this is a really strong assault here. We might start to see this starting of a snowball effect. 0-1 does seem to have still control of the middle though, but Relay is really pushing Oops here. Okay, losing that core base, that's quite a big deal actually, because we see now the workers from Oops trying to escape, but we see these vampires as well trying to protect the escape for the workers, and we see the Japanox coming through with Cavalier just to protect the workers to escape. Without those workers could be a lot of trouble, so might see another face-off here. This could be the start of a big battle here actually. We've got Vampires and Cavalier versus Bulldogs and one Chameleon. Alright, this is a big fight here. Oops is putting down a null field. And yeah, these vampires are doing a heck of a lot of damage. They do go down though. The Bulldogs are in a huge mass, and it looks like this army here for Relay is just turning into a bit of a death ball. We do see some action down here on the southwest. It looks like Niai switched into Falcons to take out the base of 01. 01 has still got a strong foothold in the middle. But we do slowly start to see, oh look, we've got 2 Typhons here and a Cyclops, 2 Cyclops, a strong push here from the east. We did see that Japanox lost quite a lot of units to Relay's army, and now is being pushed. I don't think he can hold this. This is a bit too much, you know, it's too much for him, I think. It does have a couple of phalanx, which are very strong units, by the way. It looks like they also have doubled down. They can see the armor. You can see the armor on them. They've used their double down effect ability to basically take a lot less damage, but obviously they don't have any mobility. But Titan there from 01 is there as well to inflict some damage. Looks like they're really pushing forward. 01 Relay and the New Horizon player from the east are really starting to push together. Niai is starting to cause a bit of harassment though. He's going to take care of this Titan with his Falcons. So Niai just being a bit of a pain for that team, but this push looks incredibly strong. They've taken out the core base for Oops here, over here and on the northwest, and now they're making a push for Japanox. They've taken out his secondary core base and looks like they're going to go for the primary. This is a huge death ball of army. I don't think this can be stopped at this stage. It is true that Niai has a couple of Falcons. Looks like they're coming and making their way over as well to try and protect his teammates, but I'm not sure how much that's going to help because, well, this is a lot of army. And I think 01 having that middle base for a long time has really paid off. Just to deny their opponents. I have to say that I don't really see too many units from 01. It does have the Titan though, which does take a lot of space, population space. He's probably getting a few more in the works as well. And this looks like probably a GG moment because I don't think Japanox is going to be able to stop this, and it probably is going to snowball from here. Okay, there it is. I think that is the GG. The game, yeah, it looks like it's GG, and there we have it, guys. That is the end of that game. Hope you enjoyed this 3v3 casted game, and if you did, do give the video a thumbs up. I'm really looking forward to the launch of this game. Of course, there are a couple of things that need to be fixed, but it does look promising so far. So hopefully, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next casted game. Take care and see you next time.